Hello everyone, Jonathan Casey here with Mercury's Messenger Astrology. Here to share some news with you guys. Yeah, so I was watching this video and a light bulb went off. And so I have some news to share to the astrological community and anyone else who's interested. This has to do with the debate on the age of Aquarius, whether we are or are not in that age. One of the most famous astrologers out there, and many back him up, saying that we are not in the age of Aquarius. However, there are many other famous astrologers who claim that we are. Now, this famous astrologer who claims that we're not is going off of the Saturn Jupiter conjunction that just happened recently on the winter solstice. This one happened in at 0 degrees Aquarius. And the last time that this happened on the winter solstice was the year 7 BC, and it happened in the sign of Pisces. So many say that that was the birth of Jesus Christ and the beginning of the age of Pisces. And this is where I feel like it's flawed. Okay, so if that was true, we would be 2028 years later, and an age actually is 2,167 years. It takes just under 25,800 years for the world to go around the galactic center. If you break that down, if you have the exact number, I can't recall what it is right now. If you break it down, it equals to 2,167. Therefore, we still would have 140 years approximately before we'd be in that age. So where the flaw is Jesus was not the beginning of the age of Pisces. Even that conjunction happened at the end of the sign of Pisces, towards the end of it. So that actually is not the marker for the age of Pisces. What was, I would suggest, would be the Abomination of Desolation, which happened in the year 167 BC. Okay, let me open a window here. So in 167 BC, Antiochus IV, the king of Syria, captured Jerusalem and desecrated the temple by offering the sacrifice of a pig on the altar to Zeus. Okay, so Antiochus brought Zeus into the temple. Who is Zeus? Zeus is Jupiter. Jupiter is the traditional ruler of the age of Pisces. Okay, so if this event was the beginning of the age of Pisces, bringing Zeus into the temple, bringing Jupiter into rule the new age, if this was the shift, that would actually put the year 2000 as the cusp, the shifting of the age. And there is supposed to be another abomination of desolation in end times, which has possibly already happened. I'm not informed enough on it to talk about it. It has possibly to do with Obama visiting Jesus's the place where Jesus was laid to death, the cave. Like I said, I don't know enough about that, and I'll add a little bit more information. However, so the age of Aquarius, I feel ages have a window, a shifting period. Okay, and in 1962, in February, there was 7 planets in Aquarius. There was a Gnostic philosopher who declared this as the beginning of the age of Aquarius. The following year, there was another man who for other reasons, declared the beginning of the Age of Aquarius. I will say that that was the beginning of the energy, the window to shift. Okay, then in 1980, we had a Saturn Jupiter conjunction that happened in an air sign. Okay, the one and only air sign, besides the last one, the most recent one, for 200 years, for 800 years actually, for the past 200 years, it had been in Earth signs, if I'm correct. I'm pretty sure it was Earth signs, and now it's air signs. So the 80s also brought a little bit more of that Aquarian energy. Then we had 2000s, where really the internet, Aquarius rules internet, and social media took off. Okay? There were many prophecies as well in the 2000s, wars in the Middle East, different things like that. I even remember I was 23 at that time, and I remember saying, like, there was the idea of Jesus coming back, and I remember saying that it was Jesus was coming back into our hearts. Okay, and that is part of the Great Awakening for the Christ consciousness spirit to awaken us from our sleep. Okay, so yeah, now we're at the year 2021. We're still in the window, I feel. So from 62, that would be approximately 37, 38 years. So I would say this window brings us into around 2037, 2038 for the window of the Age of Aquarius shift to complete. I'm going to share a link with you guys about this video that I watched. I have a friend who's very religious and anti-astrology. So he was watching this video because it has to do with religious doctrines. But this guy was actually referencing events that happened in the heavens, which was basically astrology. In 2017, we had Jupiter, who basically stationed in Virgo, not in astrology, in certain forms of astrology, but by the eye, if you looked, Jupiter was in Virgo and sat right in the belly of Virgo for 9 months, while the constellation of Leo was at Virgo's head, as always, but had 4 planets in it, and to the ancients, planets were stars. So it made up 10 stars above the Virgin, and about the dragon or the snake being at the feet. I can't recall offhand the astrological symbolism to that. However, that happened in 2017. And anyways, basically what I'm saying is we're 21 years into the age. Okay, we're still in the window of the shift, and that is really starting to come tenfold, starting to really roll. Things are starting to move really fast in the shift. Governments are fortifying their power, their wealth. We could see that, and I feel like there's a great awakening. My last video was talking about Sleepy Joe and the sleeping masses, and the waking of the sleeping giant. I feel all very symbolic to letting go of Pisces and waking up into the age of Aquarius. So Donald Trump being Jupiter, Uranus conjunct Gemini. Gemini is an air sign, lower octave of Aquarius, and Uranus rules Aquarius. So Trump is actually a very Aquarian person. So, yeah, this is my video. I've actually shot this many, many times. I never thought that this video, the information that I wanted to share, was going to be so hard to share it in a nice format. But hey, I finally got her out, and that's what I have to say. Yeah, my personal opinion is that we are in the age of Aquarius. I was accrediting it to, this coming month here in February, we're going to have 6 planets again in Aquarius, and an asteroid, which some are calling a 7th. It's a little bit different. Mars is not going to be in Aquarius compared to the 7 planets. Excuse me. According to the 7 planets that were there in February of 1962. So yeah, I'm going to share with you in the information section, description section, the video, because he speaks. I skipped through the video. I didn't watch the whole thing because I'm not really biblical. So he talks about the year 2037. I can't really recall what he said, but in the graph that he used, he had the word "Do we make it?" with a question mark, and he was going off of religious doctrine. So therefore, that window that I said starting in 62, you're going back 37 years. So then you go forward 37 years. From the year 2000, and there's the window. Not really sure why we're using 37. Maybe 37 plus 37 is 72, is it not? And a Uranus cycle is 84 years, but Uranus stays in one sign for 7 years. So therefore, in 72, does that make sense? No, it doesn't make sense. My math is a little off there. For some reason, I was just going off of coming up with something on the spot there. I was thinking that it was symbolic to Uranus, but Uranus is 84 years, and therefore it would take 77 years approximately for him to go back into a sign that he left, therefore meeting all the 12 signs. Anyways, I'm rambling, and I feel like I'm screwing up this video with useless information at the end here. So I'm just going to say bye for now. Thanks for watching, and talk to you guys all real soon. Bye.